Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. If you're a focused learner looking to jumpstart your coding journey, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, our mission is pretty simple. We are going to find the perfect Python course for you in 2026, relying on a comprehensive new guide that cuts right through all the online noise.
But first, let's be real for a second. How much time have you spent endlessly scrolling through hundreds of conflicting best-of lists without ever actually writing a single line of code? If you feel stuck, or honestly just completely paralyzed by the sheer number of options out there, you are definitely not alone. According to the research we're diving into today, choice paralysis is the single biggest reason beginners never start learning Python. Spending weeks comparing options, it carries a massive opportunity cost. The cost of just standing still is far greater than the cost of picking a course that might not be 100% perfect.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our exact roadmap to cure that choice paralysis. First, depth versus breadth. Second, beginners and builders. Third, top free and career paths. Fourth, we'll tackle the AI elephant. And finally, how to actually start.
Starting with Section 1, Depth versus Breadth. This is your core learning framework. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer contrast. A breadth-first course. Think of it like a massive, sprawling overview. You're passively watching videos, maybe copy-pasting some code. You might memorize syntax, but the second the video ends, you're totally lost. It gives you this false sense of competence. On the flip side, depth-first courses are all about smaller lessons and active coding with real datasets. You cover fewer topics, sure, but you actually master them, which builds genuine retention.
So with that framework in your back pocket, take a look at this high-level overview of our 9 curated picks. You can immediately start to see which timeline and budget might align with your own personal goals. We've got everything on here, from DataQuest for hands-on learning to Helsinki for long-form text, all the way to Harvard for that real academic rigor.
Moving right along to Section 2, Beginners and Builders. Let's look at the top paid and interactive courses.
First up, we've got DataQuest's Learn Python Skill Path. This is highlighted as the absolute best hands-on beginner course out there. It's intentionally narrow and heavily depth-first. For $49 a month, you're getting about 24 hours of content, and you don't need any prerequisites at all. The coolest part? Instead of just watching someone else code on video, their interactive browser forces you to write the code yourself, step by step, right there on your screen.
And guys, this approach really works. Look at this inspiring success story from Kwan-Rong Chan, a PhD who completely transitioned from molecular biology to data science. He pointed out that the structured progression and active practice from DataQuest finally made the fundamentals stick, especially after passive video learning had totally failed him. It just goes to show that a depth-first, active practice approach works, even if your background isn't in tech.
But, we all learn a little differently, right? If we contrast video learning with interactive polish, you've got two other heavy hitters. Coursera's Python for Everybody offers this incredibly patient, gentle, university-style video pacing led by Dr. Chuck. It's so approachable that a freelance journalist actually used it to break into data journalism. Then on the other side, Codecademy's Learn Python 3 brings a breadth-first, super polished interactive UI that gives you instant feedback and a lot of syntax handholding.
Now, what if you're trying to build a specific routine, or maybe you have a specific career path in mind? Angela Yu's 100 Days of Code is basically legendary for building that crucial daily coding habit through 100 breadth-first projects. Or actually, if you know you want to build servers and get into systems, Boot Dev provides a depth-first, fully gamified path built specifically for anyone who is back-end curious.
Let's move to Section 3 and see how this builds. Top 3 and career paths. This is all about rigor on a budget.
Yep, you're reading that right. $0. That is literally the entry price for some of the absolute most rigorous, university-grade Python education available on the internet right now.
But here's the catch, right? While these heavyweights won't cost you a dime financially, the true cost here is your time and, well, your discipline. Harvard CS50P gives you unmatched academic rigor, but man, it comes with a seriously steep difficulty curve. The Helsinki Python MOOC offers unbelievable depth, but it is entirely text-based and demands a massive 280-hour commitment. And then you have Free Code Camp, which will take you about 300 hours focused intensely on passing 5 big certification projects.
Now, on the flip side, if you're looking for a total career overhaul and you do have a bit of a budget, Zero to Mastery, or ZTM, is highlighted as an incredible all-in-one platform. It's very breadth-heavy, covering everything from web scraping to machine learning. But crucially, it includes interview prep and a really supportive community, which is absolutely vital to keep you from stalling out during a tough career transition.
All right, Section 4. The AI elephant. Is coding dead? I know for a fact you've probably asked yourself this. Are Python courses even worth it in 2026 when an AI can just spit out the code for you? Let's dispel the myth right now that learning syntax is somehow an obsolete skill.
So, the crucial point is this. AI is fantastic at churning out boilerplate code really fast. That's its role. But your role as the human, you have to read, review, debug, and actually architect that generated code. You literally cannot review or fix AI-generated Python if you don't know the language yourself. And honestly, because Python is the backbone of most AI workflows, the demand for people who know it is actually accelerating.
And understanding that human element brings us right back to the biggest trap of all, tutorial hell. You know the drill. It's that super common failure pattern where you just collect and start multiple beginner courses, but you never actually finish one. The tech industry doesn't care about a stack of half-finished beginner certificates. They vastly prioritize a GitHub portfolio that has 5 real working projects. The source material drops this incredibly powerful mantra that I just love. Imperfect and finished beats perfect and abandoned every time. Seriously, stop agonizing over finding the absolute perfect course. The real secret sauce is just committing to seeing one course all the way through to the end.
Finally, Section 5. How to finally start. Let's get into your action plan.
Okay, here are the exact 3 steps you need to take to break out of this choice paralysis once and for all. Step 1. Pick one course right now. Just one. Step 2. Block out consistent study time on your calendar. An hour a day consistently will always be 10 frantic hours crammed into a single weekend. And Step 3. Finish it completely. Do not even think about enrolling in another course until this one is done.
At the end of the day, the real job market is going to teach you what skills actually matter. But you only learn those lessons if you actually start building. So I'll leave you with this. Look back at the options we just went over. Which Python course are you committing to right now? It's time to escape tutorial hell and start coding.